Lately, people have been telling some weird and spooky tales about New Jersey, and it's turned into an issue of grave importance. So we sent Maury Alter, our very own Ghostbuster, to investigate.
A certain weirdness filled the air as we met on the old iron bridge over the Passaic between West Patterson and Totowa, the co-publishers of
Weird New Jersey.
Yes. We're a sort of an alternative travel guide to New Jersey. We feature all of the sites that you might not want to visit yourself.
I'm Mark.
And
I'm Mark.
Mark and Mark. Weird. But Mark Moran and
Right over there is Annie's Road.
Mark Skurman say we're near two New Jersey weirdnesses.
She appears to float across the road in a white dress, and some people say she was killed on her wedding night in the 20s.
I took a walk down Annie's Road, and amazingly, I didn't see bupkis.
Not in daytime.
That's the beauty of it.
They don't vouch for any of it. They just publish what their correspondents report. But this one,
We just happened to be riding through the graveyard here, and we came across it, and I said, holy moly, Mark.
It really stands out.
Well, it's pretty weird, and this, I guess, was a great electrician.
The world's greatest.
It says it right there in stone.
So where are we going?
Maury, we're going to the gates of hell.
Gates of Hell, huh?
Pretty creepy, don't you think?
You guys come down here a lot?
No.
in fact, never inside, they told me, but a weird New Jersey correspondent writes of people who say they've located secret candlelit rooms and other weird stuff. We'll honor the mag's decision and not reveal where the gates of hell are.
Oh, look, water. You know, guys, I think I'm out of here.
We're way ahead of you.
I'm coming, guys.
The Old Canal Inn in Nutley, home of the Death Seat, where within 30 days, 2 occupants of that seat died kaput. Now nobody sits there.
You guys, you want to be on TV?
No. Weird New Jersey. Great idea for a magazine. Maury Alter News, too. Hope that wasn't too much of a plug.
And now that Maury's there, it's even weirder. That's it.
Don Pollock visits a couple of writers who highlight everything unusual about New Jersey.
Visitors and residents may not agree on what adjectives best describe New Jersey, but let's face it, folks, any state where you can drive by a 14-foot-tall chair, a 30-foot-tall gorilla, and a lawn mosaic consisting of plastic milk jugs on your way to a museum in the shape of a 4-story cement elephant can only be described as truly weird.
Most definitely.
We like to think of it as the weirdest state. We've got the magazines to back it up.
Published twice yearly and serving as something of a tour guide of the bizarre and offbeat, so that Mark Moran and his partner Mark Skurman have spent the better part of the last 8 years chronicling as they make their way through the cultural landscape of a state that offers visitors a glimpse of everything from a front yard display of full-scale dinosaur skeletons made entirely of junk car parts to the burial site of Elsie the cow and other compelling tidbits.
You got to know where to look to find it, and we're just telling people where to look.
People love to read about this stuff. It started out as a small newsletter, but now it's on about 400 newsstands in New Jersey, as well as Borders and Barnes & Noble.
It's subject matter that you're not going to find it in the library or in any newspapers or anything. It's all word of mouth stuff.
You go to your local bar, you go to your diner, all those people have a story they want to tell, and just nobody ever listens to them except us. That's the problem.
We're foolish enough to actually listen to them.
Whether it's local legends involving the Jersey Devil, or, in this case, verifying local reports of a rural road in Mercer County where cars mysteriously roll uphill.
Did you say you thought Gravity Road didn't exist?
I said Gravity Hill doesn't exist.
Well, would you like to change your story now?
That's right. Yeah, I think so.
Something like this, people from this area all know about it.
The Trenton Triangle, they call it.
And we try to share them with people that wouldn't have otherwise heard them.
Giving their seal of approval of sorts to sites that somehow never made it into the Rand McNally tour book, but will continue to provide fascinating reading that reflects a growing interest in the unique charms of weird New Jersey. I'm Don Pollock, Channel 6 Action News.
These people are part of a unique New Jersey culture.
I like to be called His Royal Hoopness.
Mark Moran and Mark Skurman explore it.
Oh, Ghost Hunter Society.
Write about it.
That's roadside weirdness. That's what you call a drive-by weirdness.
And
Great thanks.
introduces to people like who?
I don't know if, I'm really weird, but I think I might fit into that category. Quite a striking character. He doesn't have any normal cars. Over here we have I call this my printmobile. Over here we have another car. There's a little car covered with little cars.
Which prints are those?
This is the Jolly Green Giant.
That's the beauty of Hoop is you don't have to necessarily go to a site to see Hoop. You're just driving around town, the site kind of comes to you. If Frankie Lyman is buried in the Bronx, why is his tombstone in the window of a record shop in Clifton, New Jersey?
Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers were the first really superstar group in New York City.
Ronnie I and adoring fans bought a tombstone for their star and had nowhere to put it.
Legalities made us unable to put it on his gravesite, and we thought it would be here temporarily. But as you could see, it was 88. It's 10 years now. It's been here over 10 years.
People have got to associate Ronnie I's record shop with the Frankie Lyman tombstone.
People actually do come in here and think he's buried here. And I do have some women, some elderly women, who'll come in and they say, well, how much? They think I'm selling headstones. And they'll come in here and ask me prices.
How weird is that? Well,
It's weird.
we consider it weird, yeah.
Weird enough to fill a website and magazine.
We're saying it's okay to be weird, you know, it's okay to be different. What makes these people interesting is that they're not the norm, they're the exception to the norm.
Pete Fuentes, UPN 9 News.
Several types of bus tours, but News 12 New Jersey's Tony Caputo took a tour that's simply weird.
Do New Jerseyans like weird things?
Asked my friend about it. He said, no way. Well, 55 people later, I proved him wrong.
I guess they do. One big bus, lots of people, a weird tour with one big secret.
Everybody on the bus, nobody knows where we're going. We haven't told anyone.
The creators of Weird New Jersey magazine gave their first bus tour. It began in Clifton, where the headstone of singer Frankie Lyman sits. He's buried in the Bronx. If that's not weird enough, how about the mystery of Annie's Road in Totowa? Legend has it a girl was hit and killed by a car in the 1950s. No matter how many times it's repaved, the bloodstains return. While in Totowa, we had to stop and see Waving Joe. Joe sits in his front yard and waves, hence the name.
Weird? Yeah, I would definitely say it is kind of weird. Definitely say it's weird.
Thanks, guys. Next stop, Demon's Alley in West Milford. Legend says homes which were once occupied were suddenly left abandoned. But why? Some say a cult leader was responsible.
When they were all over his house, his cult members descended from the upper floors and slaughtered everybody.
About halfway through the tour, we stopped at the Morris Museum in Morristown, but what's so weird about that? How about a wallet made of human skin? In the 1800s, legend tells us a man accused of murder was hanged and skinned. That would be his plaster death mask. Finally, a return to Clifton for Hoop, the king of art. He decorates his cars with whatever he can get his hands on. Do you consider yourself to be weird?
Like I said, slightly unusual, but that's all part of the scene.
A scene that's all part of the Weird Bus Tour. Tony Caputo, News 12, New Jersey.
The tour includes breakfast and lunch. For more information, contact